terrible accident to a cross-channel airliner, which has shocked the whole country, is too imminent and too tragic in its details for any comment to seem adequate.
Here in Meopham, just outside Gravesend, a tragedy happened 90 years ago today that would change the history of air travel forever. In 1930s high society, Le Touquet was the place to be seen. The great and the good flocked to the northern French coast to indulge in a lavish lifestyle. On the 21st of July 1930, a state-of-the-art plane, a Junkers F-13, was returning guests to Croydon Airport from Le Touquet. Its passenger list read like a who's who of Britain's aristocracy at the time. Aristocrats Lord Dufferin, Viscountess Ednam and Captain Edward Simons Ward, along with socialite Mrs Loeffler, pilot Colonel Henderson and co-pilot Charles Shearing, were all on board. At 2:35 p.m, witnesses reported a rumbling sound coming from a cloud before seeing an aircraft emerge, breaking apart in mid-air.
I looked up and saw an aeroplane hurtling from the skies. As I watched it, I saw what looked like smaller aeroplanes shoot out from it and seem to maneuver around it before falling to the ground. Then I realized what I had taken to be smaller aeroplanes were the passengers who had been blown down from the machine.
No one survived the crash. Lewis Powell was a policeman in Meopham at the time. His great-grandson, Robert Smith, is an historian and has been carrying out his own research into the crash.
There was some souvenir hunting from the wreck, which is part of the reason my great-grandfather was told to try and keep people away from the wreckage and to try and gather up what personal possessions they could. The wreckage was actually taken away to Croydon Airport, where they tried to reassemble it to see what had happened. And this was one of the very first times that such a procedure had taken place, that they were actually trying to reassemble the wreckage to see what bits were missing and where the failures in the metal had happened.
With every air crash investigation, flying ultimately becomes safer, and it's because of this tragic story that countless lives have been saved across the world. Sam Supple, BBC South East Today, Meopham.